A reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. Luke, chapter 12, verses 1 to 7. Passage taken from the Message version of the Bible. By this time the crowd, unwieldy and stepping on each other's toes, numbered into thousands. But Jesus' primary concern was his disciples. He said to them, "Watch yourselves carefully so you don't get contaminated with Pharisee yeast, Pharisee phoniness. You can't keep your true self hidden forever. Before long, you will be exposed. You can't hide behind a religious mask forever. Sooner or later, the mask will slip and your true face will be known. You can't whisper one thing in private and preach the opposite in public. The day is coming when those whispers will be repeated all over town. I am speaking to you as dear friends. Don't be bluffed into silence or insincerity by the threats of religious bullies. True, they can kill you, but then, what can they do? There is nothing they can do to your soul, your core being. Save your fear for God, who holds your entire life, body and soul in His hands. What is the price of 2 or 3 pet canaries? Some loose change, right? But God never overlooks a single one. And He pays even greater attention to you, down to the last detail, even numbering the hairs on your head. So, don't be intimidated by all this bully talk. You are worth more than 1,000,000 canaries. The Gospel of the Lord. Reflections on the Gospel according to St. Luke, chapter 12, verses 1 to 7. According to the Gospel of Luke, one reason for Jesus losing his temper was hypocrisy of the people. In chapter 11, he presented an angry face of Jesus who came strong against the Pharisees and religious scholars for not being truthful and for being hypocritic. Be on guard against the yeast of the Pharisees, Jesus tells his disciples. The Jews regarded yeast as a corrupting agent, which corrupted the food. That is why they insisted on using unleavened bread at the Passover. When Jesus talks of the yeast of the Pharisees, the reference is about the behaviour that corrupts their lives, hypocrisy. In contrast to the hypocrisy of the Pharisees, the followers of Jesus must practice transparency. The church is not a secret society. Its purpose is to share the vision of Christ with the whole world. This is crucial to the reign of God in the world. What you have whispered in locked rooms will be proclaimed from the rooftops. This, of course, will involve dangers. The gospel will be resisted, and those who proclaim the gospel will face persecutions and death. This has been the history of the church. Thousands have sacrificed their lives simply because they were followers of Jesus. But for a Christian, death is not an enemy. It is something that every Christian awaits eagerly to return to his Father's house. That's why Jesus reiterates his disciples not to be afraid of those who kill you. The following sentence could be confusing. Be afraid of the one who, after killing, has the power to cast into Gehenna. The one we are really to fear is the one who can make us deny Christ and all that Christ means, and to die in that state of denial. Gehenna in Hebrew meant Valley of Hinnom or Geben Hinnom, Valley of the son of Hinnom. This valley was situated on the southwest of Jerusalem. In the time of the kings, it had been the center of a cult in which children were sacrificed, and hence seen as a place of abomination. In the time of Jesus, this valley was turned into the dumping site for all the waste of the city of Jerusalem. When Jesus talks about casting someone into Gehenna, he must have meant to waste one's life or throwing one's life into the dumping pit. If you allow yourself to corrupt your life through hypocrisy and falsehood, you choose to ruin your life and is not worthy of anything other than to be wasted in the dumping pit of Gehenna. But whatever threats hang over us, we are not to fear, because our faith is in a God who values the lives of the children of God.